Coral reefs are beautiful, diverse ecosystems, mainly constructed by corals. Coral reefs house 25% of marine life but only make up 1% of the ocean floor. Just looking at a coral reef, you could tell it is full of color and life, so why harm it? All that life is being destroyed and turned into white, colorless reefs. Fish are dying, humans are being careless. Sea temperature has risen, tearing down all that was once called a healthy coral reef. Nolan is a well-known coral reef expert. He has studied coral reefs for 3 years and now works in observing its changes. Today we will learn more about what is happening to our precious reefs. Let's welcome Nolan.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So Nolan, you have spent years studying coral reefs, so you should have seen how it went from healthy to practically dying. Before, coral reefs were not in danger, but now one quarter is dead and the other two are threatened. What caused that change?
Well, there are many reasons why coral reefs are dying, but something all of those have in common is that they're caused by human activity. The coral reef's greatest threats are overfishing, pollution, and climate change. And there are other minor little threats like mining, sediment, and predators.
So climate change, pollution, and overfishing are the reef's greatest threats. How have they harmed the coral reef so far?
People have been fishing way too much, decreasing the fish population. In the Philippines, overfishing is the coral reef's biggest threat. Climate change causes bleaching and ocean acidification, which harms the reefs. So when sea temperatures rise, coral reefs sicken and die. And the Great Barrier Reef in Australia is an example of how climate change can harm coral reefs. So 50% of the reefs is dying because of coral bleaching, pollution harms, or even kills the fish living in the reefs. It also creates algal blooms, and there are many types of pollutants harming the coral reefs: sewage, fertilizers, pesticides, oil spills, everyday trash like plastics too.
Thank you for sharing so much with us, Nolan.
You're welcome.
In this map, you can see how much coral reefs are at risk because of bleaching. You can also see that there is more bleaching in 2006 than there is in 1998. Many more areas have high bleaching and are at risk even today. Humans use coral reefs for fishing, mining, medicine, protection, and even economy. In more than 100 countries, the government uses tourism as economy. Many people come to get a tour of the coral reefs, but now that they're dying, not so many people want to get a tour of it anymore. And that means less money. Fishermen don't get a huge profit out of the fish they bring in because the population of fish has decreased. Many important medicines that comes from coral reefs, like the anti-cancer drug, can't be produced, so doctors have to find a substitute for it. This chart shows how much humans depend on coral reefs. This is the average of how much humans gain from using coral reefs as protection, fishing, tourism, recreation, and biodiversity. Food chains are the most affected in the coral reef ecosystem. Many fish are dead because of overfishing, so not many species are left to be eaten. Now that the water is warmer and there is pollution, massive algal blooms have occurred. Too much algae blocks out the sun, which is the coral reef's energy source. Without the sun's light, corals may not survive. There is so much algae but not enough fish to eat it up. The algae will just keep on growing. Imagine all the coral reefs dying around 2030 to 2070. All that beauty, species, and color leaving us forever. But we won't let that happen. Most coral reefs are beyond fixing, but that doesn't mean that others can't be saved. Many people and organizations like Reef Relief and Coral Reef Alliance are working to help save our coral reefs. You could join them too. There are many things you could do to help. You could recycle, reuse, and reduce to help limit pollution. Use natural fertilizers and not chemical ones, because it's the chemical ones that harm the reefs. Don't litter. Instead, help to pick up trash that may end up in the ocean. And last but not least, spread the word.
You're insecure, don't know